I'm going to every single Pokemon Center in Japan to be the world's first real-life Pokemon champion. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a Pokemon. Well, since I already did that, I guess I gotta go on this adventure. I'm gonna play Pokemon Scarlet using only the Pokemon I catch in real life. I'll explain more as we go. Let's go to the first Pokemon Center to get the game. Oh my god. Holy shit, what is this line? There were at least 600 people weaving around the store and even going out the building. This is what release day of Pokemon looks like in Japan. I was 30 minutes early and the line was still this long. I messed up so bad. Since we're in line, here are the rules. 1 Pokemon per center, no repeat Pokemon centers. I can only use Pokemon in-game if I've already bought them in real life. There are 15 Pokemon centers in all of Japan. First Pokemon Center is where we buy the game, and last Pokemon Center is where we end. Oh, the line's finally moving. We finally managed to pick up our copy of the game. At least it came with a special edition Scarlet and Violet book. Ready to start the Pokemon adventure. Afterwards, we picked up a quick snack and left the Pokemon DX. On the subway there, I started the game. We got to choose our first Pokemon. When we got there, they had a giant Snorlax right in front. There were so many people in line at the store. Here I started to realize that each Pokemon Center had almost exactly the same merch. That didn't matter because my heart was already set on Happy Boy Fukuoka, or in Japanese, Ho-Gator. After choosing my starter, I met my rival. Is your mom single? We made it to Tokyo's Skytree. This one has Rayquaza, the Sky Dragon, and their exclusive merch was a Pikachu riding on the Tokyo Skytree Tower. And we got a Lechonk as a piggy bank and left to Funabashi where we caught our first Pokemon. They gave me the legendary? I had no choice and grabbed our dirty cover Pokemon. Then made our way to Yokohama. The train ride was super long, so we got to play for a while. We had 18 challenges in order to beat the game. 8 gyms, 5 team star battles, and 5 titans. Yokohama was so crowded. They gave me a ticketed time slot right before the store almost closed. I had 45 minutes to kill, so... There's a Lapras right here, and I really need a water Pokemon in my team. If I can get this Lapras in 500 yen, it counts. Oh, come on. No! They're playing with my heart. No! Oh no! Well, I'm gonna gamble again. We're going for the mystery box. I'm gonna go with the premier ball. And we got Tyranitar. Damn. This is a strong Pokemon, but if it's not in the game, I wasted a whole Pokemon Center. On our way home, we beat our first gym and finally got to rest. We got to have a relaxing Pokemon experience. Okay, this was gonna be a lot harder than we thought. Neither of these could evolve, because their evolutions weren't at the store. We were basically coming into a gunfight with tiny hands. Fukuoka had a nature that gave him less special attack, meaning even less damage. How was I going to survive this world? A shiny? This was a 1 in 4,096 chance of happening. The same chance of your body suddenly falling into a loving embrace with a random stranger's motor vehicle. This was the next Pokemon. On our way to Shibuya Parco, we barely beat the Sky Titan. We also found a Larvitar, the pre-evolution of Tyranitar. I put Larvitar into my party and wasn't going to use it until the ripe level of 55? That's like the end of the game! If all of our Pokemon happened to die and this was the last one, we just used useless items until it died, so we would lose. At the next gym, I realized that flowers are just plant and I burned them alive. We flew over and beat the Steel Titan. Here we are in Shibuya to find our shiny boy Swablu. Huh. Where's Swablu? Where's Swablu? Shelf after shelf, we searched and searched. Was I going to have to let go of a precious shiny? What other Pokemon was I going to get here? I left the store to think a little. Until... Socks? Time to use my new Swablu. This is going to be a long game. I already used all the Pokemon centers near Tokyo. My next one was 378 kilometers away. Another fucking shiny? I know what to do. On the train, we beat the Dark Team Star crew, beat the Earth Titan, and we somehow managed to beat the Water Gym. We made it to the Pokemon Center, and this had less Pokemon and less merch than all the others. F tier, worst Pokemon Center in Japan. I got the Sableye. Time to go home and finally use 4 Pokemon on my adventure. What? Come on, I haven't even gotten home yet. I'm not even shiny hunting. Well, the next Pokemon Center is 439 kilometers away. Mommy, can I go to a Pokemon Center to get a Pokemon? I was on my way to Kanazawa. Now that I had Sableye, the edgy dark ghost Pokemon, I fought the Psychic Gym because they can't affect dark. Oh my god. He can't communicate? I went to the electric gym instead. We came back to the Psychic Gym because winners lose until they win. After Fukuoka decided to shotgun a whole case of revives, he changed. I see that your starter is in its final form. So is mine. With buff Fukuoka, I reached Kanazawa Pokemon Center. They had a sick Milotic statue and really cool exclusive Pokemon dishes.
I want it so bad, but it's too expensive.
I grabbed a Haunch Crow because you could just use a Dust Stone to evolve Murkrow without training it. Then made my way to Nagoya. We beat the Poison Star crew. We desperately needed a grass type on our team, so I decided to get the first grass type that popped up in the Terra Geyser thing. The Pokemon Center closes at 7, and we got here at close to 6:30. Just kidding, it wasn't that hard. We found Snover. This Pokemon Center was pretty sad. Nothing special about it. D tier. Time to go to Kyoto.
Finally ready to sleep.
And we were up again. In the morning, we went to a pretty temple before going to Kyoto Pokemon Center. This one had a lot of cool exclusives, like Kimono Pikachu, some Eevee-themed snacks, and Ho-Oh and Lugia. We needed to evolve our Snover, so we bought a Abomasnow. We barely beat the Fairy Team Star crew. Then, we beat the Rock Titan. Osaka had a sick lizard motorcycle statue. I had no clue what Pokemon I was going to get here, so I just walked around and around until... I've never seen this plush at any of the Pokemon centers thus far, and this one was the only one on the shelf. I needed him for the adventure. We went to the Pokemon Cafe, and Tyranitar officially joined the team. Since Tyranitar chose me through destiny, we wanted to evolve our Swablu into Altaria. This was one of the coolest Pokemon centers because it had the 3 legendary birds and it was right next to a Pokemon Cafe. S tier. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find an Altaria plush or Altaria anything. At this point, I was going to settle for anything. A draw box. It was a Dragapult. I don't know if I can catch this in the game, but we'll find out. I wasn't going to give up. We crushed the Ice Gym, beat the Fire Team Star battle, destroyed Nemona, and won against the Ghost Gym. We made it to Hiroshima. This Pokemon Center had a red Gyarados, which brought it up to B tier. We searched again.
No Altaria again. It's out of stock. I'm so sad. So now...
we weren't going to give up.
Oh, it's not Altaria. It's Turtwig. Alright, into the PC box.
The Altaria dream was dead. We were only going to go with the Pokemon we got out of the draw box. And so, we searched. Neither were in the game! Did I waste 2 Pokemon centers only to let the dream die?
I saw it.
What?
It was in the wild.
Dreepy, the pre-evolution of Dragapult, was a Violet exclusive.
And Tina got Violet.
I wasn't going to trade a Pokemon. But in this game, there's a co-op mode that lets you battle and collect Pokemon in each other's world. The line started blurring between reality and Pokemon. We beat the false Dragon Titan. Everywhere I went, they came with me. We finished the Titan storyline. We were a team. We beat the normal gym. I trained them, and they trained me. We triumphed over the fighting team star. We were here at Fukuoka, our final spot to get a Pokemon.
If I can't catch this in the game, I'm gonna buy a stuffed animal of it.
It was time to find Dragapult.
Oh. It's not here.
We frantically asked the staff.
ここにないので、5 minutes wait.
We finished the Team Star storyline. We were ready for the Pokemon League. The first of the Elite Four, down. The second, wrecked. The third, and fourth, easy. It was time for the champion. We ran it back and won. It was time for the final battle at the last Pokemon Center against our rival, Nemona.
Locator was supposed to beat it.
Well, with every struggle, every challenge, and every failure comes a chance for you to be strong.
This Pokemon Center hits different because they have a champion in here.
Okay, I realized I didn't beat the game. So we beat the final boss, and then the final boss, and ran it back to the Pokemon Center to finish this adventure.